Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about how to manifest the life of your dreams. And before I start, make sure you hit the like button and let's get into the video. The first technique I'm going to talk about is digging deeper. If you are trying to manifest something and you feel that there's resistance or you feel like it's not happening, it's likely that you have put this thing on somewhat of a pedestal, and in your mind you've ranked it so high above yourself that you've created this distance between you and the thing that you want, making it difficult for you to actually attract it. So digging deeper is all about going one step further, thinking about what you would want. If you already have this big, huge thing that you're trying to manifest, what's the step after that? What else do you want? What's something that you want that's so big, that's so beyond your wildest dreams, that you are maybe even afraid to let yourself think about it or want it or dream about it? We're going to think about that and put your focus and attention on that instead. And this is a super powerful technique because it's going to remove a lot of the resistance that you have built up or created, maybe accidentally, towards the thing that you currently want right now. When you think about what's next, what's bigger than what you currently want, immediately you're taking the thing that you want off of the pedestal, because now you're thinking about what's bigger, what's better, what's something that you want even more. And when your focus is on that other thing, that bigger, better thing, then you're not so focused on the thing that you originally wanted, and that thing doesn't feel so important or so big anymore to you. And you're able to take away all of the resistance and all of the attachment that you have built up for that thing, making it so much easier for you to attract it into your life. Because now, instead of you being here and the thing that you want being here, what you're doing is you're focusing on something bigger and something better. It moves you up to where the original thing that you wanted was, and it basically takes that thing you wanted originally off the pedestal and puts it in alignment with you and where you are right now, and it makes it a lot easier for you to attract it. I think this works especially well with relationships and career, because if you start to apply for jobs that you're like, I'm actually not even qualified for those, but then you start getting interviews. This happens to me. I was like applying for jobs and I applied for this job that I was like, I'm never gonna get that, like I'm not qualified at all for it. And I ended up getting an interview and I actually didn't get the job, but just getting that interview made me feel like, oh my goodness, if people are actually considering me for things that I am not at all qualified for, that's so out of my reach, then what am I doing applying to things that I am actually qualified for? And that's a tip that you will hear career coaches talk about. They're like, if you're qualified for the job, then that job is actually like beneath you and you need to be applying for like something bigger and better. So it works especially well for careers, but it works even better when it comes to relationships. If you feel like someone isn't giving you what you want, if you feel like they're not putting in the effort that you want, or they're not putting in the energy or attention that you want or need, think about what would be even better than this person. What are some qualities that I want more of? Maybe you want someone who is more attentive, more creative, someone who is more fun, someone who's funnier. Whatever it is that you are attracted to about this person, think about who is someone that could be an even better fit for you, an even better match for you, who would embody more of the qualities that you like in this person. Who is someone that could be even better. And when you do that, you're gonna think, well, maybe I should actually pull back from this current relationship and maybe start looking for someone who has those qualities that I want. And when you pull back your energy, immediately they're gonna come chasing after you, and then you're gonna start to notice that they're putting in a lot more effort than they were before. And at this point, you might even decide that you're actually going to really move on from them, because once you realize that there are better out there and that you deserve better, you're putting more into yourself, and that will allow you to lift yourself up energetically. And when you get into this higher vibration, this higher energy, and when you get into this higher vibration, when you feel more confident in yourself, when you've basically lifted yourself up, you might actually realize that, you know what, that person wasn't the right match for me, it wasn't what I needed, and I actually do want someone better. My next tip is don't chase, attract. When you think of chasing, an image that might come to your mind is you running after something, you physically chasing after something. that you want. And that implies effort. Maybe you think it's like a struggle. It's hard work. You have to really work for this thing. You have to chase after it. You have to grind and really put in all your energy. But when you think about attracting, the image that might come to your mind is very different. At least for me, it's a very, I'm kind of just sitting there, like relaxing, chilling, and attracting. So the energy and the vibe is very different. And chasing will give you vibes of desperation and neediness. It's an implied like difficulty, something to chase after, a task, a job to complete. Attracting is more about focusing your energy on yourself, pulling back your energy, and working on yourself. And basically getting yourself to a higher vibration to align with the things that you want to attract. And in that alignment, you'll be able to manifest so easily, because attracting something is very different from chasing after something. It's a lot easier. There's less work involved. You don't really need to do anything because you're already at this higher vibration. You're already aligning yourself with the things that you want, and they will just flow to you very naturally. And I go back to the idea that your reality is a mirror of who you are. Your reality is a reflection of what's going on inside. And I want to say that you don't know what you don't know. And what I mean by that is, very recently there was a change in my life, and I feel like I'm at a much better place now. And I think some of you can even see that in my videos. I think some of you might have even noticed this change and this shift if you've been watching the channel for a while. And what I'm trying to say is, I am so much more at peace and so much happier now. And I didn't even know that things could be this good. I had gotten to a point where I was so anxious, and it was creating stressors and all of these issues in my life where I was just feeling constantly anxious. And the only indication that I had that something was wrong was really my intuition. I think deep down I always knew, and I always felt that this isn't right. This is not how life is meant to be. And when the change happened, when things started to pick up for me, and I was able to realize that I am feeling so anxious all the time, and I was able to release that and let it go and really embrace this new inner peace and, you know, feelings of joy and happiness. It was because all of these good things was happening in my life, and all of these good things were happening to me. And looking back is the only time where I can sit here and realize that what I was in, the situation that I was in, was negative, and it was causing me a lot of stress and anxiety, and it was no way to live. But I didn't know that at the time. It took me getting out of that situation in order for me to look back and reflect and realize that that was what was going on. And what I mean is, sometimes you don't know how good things can be and how good things should be for you when you're in a certain negative situation. So if your current reality, if you're feeling unhappy about certain things and you think, well, if I can just get this, if I can just manifest this, then I will be so much happier. You're right, and you are right to the extent that you don't even know how much better things could be. So I want you to work on a little bit of self-exploration and really dig deep and think about what in your life is causing the most displeasure. And I kind of want you to focus on changing that and shifting things around in that area specifically. So if something is causing you to feel negative feelings and emotions in your life, I want you to think about how you can change that, because that change, that initial change, will spiral into so many more positive changes in your life that you aren't even really expecting. But I think it's important to kind of address the elephant in the room and really put your energy and focus into changing the one thing that's kind of bringing you the most displeasure, that's making you the most unhappy. I have so many more thoughts that I want to share with you, but I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm going to end it here. And I hope that you found value in today's video. If you did, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and share it with someone who might also find it to be impactful. And I will see you next time. Bye!